Good evening. Thank you for joining us. My name is Victoria Jeffries, and I am the facilitator tonight. That means that I start and I stop the webinar. I'm not presenting at all. You have Sam and Brevin from the Art Institute of Cincinnati that are going to fill you with some fabulous details this evening. You do not have a mic or a camera, but you can communicate with them through the Q&A feature. And I think Sam's going to be taking care of your questions that you have. If you miss a detail, don't panic, because this session will be recorded and you'll be able to watch it in about a week on inacac.org under the Virtual College Exploration tab. And then there are more sessions on there. So if you would go to that website and look it up, there are more things that you can sign up to watch more information sessions from different universities. I will be back at the end of the presentation, but for now, I turn it over to the Art Institute of Cincinnati.
All right, thank you very much. So quick correction, we are the Art Academy of Cincinnati.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. A lot of people say that. Yeah, so I'm Brevin from the Art Academy of Cincinnati. I am an admissions counselor and also an alumni, graduating in 2018 with a degree in illustration and creative writing. Monitoring our chat is Sam Herbers. He is also an alumni and or an alum and an admissions counselor. He graduated in 2017 with a degree in sculpture. So we are coming to you with a very genuine view of the school, and we've both been working here for quite a while and really loving the situation. So I will go ahead and pull up my screen, but we are just going to show you a quick video today. This is just kind of going to outline what our school is all about, the programs we offer, and so on and so forth. So just to give you a little bit of introduction, we are a small private school of art and design located in downtown Cincinnati in a neighborhood called Over the Rhine. We're in a historic neighborhood, and we are also sort of a historic school. We've been around for 151 years, so we've been doing this for a while, and we offer a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in whatever major you prefer, an Associates of Design, an Associates of Science in Design, or a Master's of Art in Art Education. So those are the degrees that we offer. Most of our students go for the Bachelor's program, which is a 4-year program. So without further ado, I will go ahead and start the video.
First-year curriculum is designed to prepare you. At the Art Academy of Cincinnati, we are the new generation of boundary breakers and the imaginative radicals who are changing the face of art and design as we know it. The creative entrepreneurs who are redefining culture. Our first-year curriculum is designed to prepare you for a future at the forefront of contemporary art and design. We know that 21st century art and design requires radical risk-taking, that collaboration is at the heart of innovation, and that the future is made by thinking, creating, and solving real-world problems in groundbreaking ways.
So our first year curriculum is based off of the 21st century skills identified by the World Economic Forum. Those are communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. And those are reflected in our first year experience classes, which are communication, discovery and voice, and ideation, along with digital literacy, which is where you'll learn how to use all those great Adobe programs. And your first year, you can also take a major elective or a studio elective. So if you come in and you know that you want to major in illustration, you could potentially take illustration 1. If you come in and you don't want to take illustration 1, or you don't know what you want to major in, you could choose from a variety of different studio classes to take alongside your first year. So what really sets us apart from other schools is that we do allow freshmen to jump right into their majors. Along with those major electives, you would take a drawing elective. And I just like to mention that our drawing electives are very, they're great for a lot of different types of artists. We've got drawing as writing and the other way around for creative writers. We have drawing as representation for people who are really into technical drawing, figure drawing, still lives, stuff like that. We've got digital form and space, which is really great for designers, photographers, digital artists in general, and expanded drawing, which is kind of an amalgam of all of those things. And 2/3 of our curriculum are studio classes, so 3-hour-long classes of making art and learning new techniques and building your body of work. And the other third are liberal arts classes. So we don't require math or science in the traditional sense. You would still be getting all the skills you need, but it's going to be relevant to what you're getting your degree in, which is art and design. So we have a certain amount of credits that you have to cover in art history and humanities like creative writing or English, natural science and social science, which are very much geared towards artists. So it's not going to be a lot of memorization and test taking. It's going to be a lot more active learning, discussion, field trips, keeping a journal about what you are learning in the class and turning it in at the end, stuff like that. So I will go ahead and play the next video. It's going to show you what all of our majors and minors are, and I will come back after that.
Our major fluid programs give you the freedom to experiment and explore across disciplines, and the power to customize your education so it fits your vision. And our minors include art history, film, video, audio, and animation. Within our flexible curriculum, all majors can also be minors. Photography, print media, illustration, design, sculpture, creative writing, drawing and painting.
So the major fluid program is really nice. That means that if you want to you want to major in illustration, you can still take classes in sculpture or print media or painting and drawing or pretty much whatever you want. For example, I was an illustration major, but I took a lot of classes in print media and photography because those are two things that I enjoy a lot. And I've already mentioned our curriculum where 2/3 are studio and 1/3 is liberal arts. And our liberal arts classes really range from a lot of different things. I've taken classes like Die Down My Darling, The History of the Female Corpse, Totalitarianism, Apocalyptic Imagination, Science, Religion, Dialogue. And we also offer classes like taxidermy and zoology, which count as natural sciences. And all of our professors are working artists and experts in their fields. So they know what they're doing. They'll be able to give you that, very genuine education from an experienced point of view. And since we're a small school, we have an 8-to-1 student-faculty ratio. You will get very familiar with your professors. You will be able to, just talk to them in the hall and they'll know you and your face and your art style. You're not just going to be, a face in a sea of 400 other people in a lecture hall. So along with, making those connections, or rather knowing your professors, since they're all professional artists, they'll be able to give you firsthand knowledge of what it's like to be a working artist and give you job opportunities or point you in the right direction for things. They'll be able to advise you on, submitting a portfolio to apply to, maybe an animation program that you're really interested in for grad school or for a job. We also have a lot of people coming into this school to talk about being a working artist, how to do taxes on commissions, how to get a lawyer if you're working on a contract, how to just work as an artist in general and balance that type of life. So a lot of people are concerned about, getting a degree in the arts and then being a starving artist, but that's not always the case. We really do our best to prepare students. We also have a professional development office at school who will be able to help you find those not only job opportunities, but internships, co-ops, study abroad programs, you name it. So I'll go ahead and play the next video, which will show you some of our faculty.
In our active, hands-on classrooms, you'll work side by side with faculty who are not only your mentors, but your peers, collaborators, and greatest supporters. They will help you hone your skills in your discipline and challenge you to discover an artistic voice that reverberates far into the future. The Art Academy will become your second home, a place of your own where you can invent, experiment, and collaborate around the clock. And our spacious facilities will provide you with all the tools, technology, and support you need to expand your vision and transmit it to the world. Our studios are the beating heart of our creative community, the places where lasting friendships are formed. The meaningful relationships we make within our studios and classrooms don't stop here. They radiate outward.
So the studio areas at school are awesome. You would have access to them 24/7 because that's when our building is open. It's pretty much open all the time except for on a select few holidays. And so if you need to come in early to print something out for class, if you need to stay late to finish up a project, or if you're just struck by inspiration at 3 in the morning and you want to come in and get some work done, then you have the freedom to do that. And even if you don't have your own studio, because juniors and seniors are guaranteed to get studios, so freshmen and sophomores are sometimes, left without them. We have classrooms available throughout the school that are also open all the time that you can easily go into and set up as if you were in your own studio. So if you just need some extra space to spread out, or if you are trying not to disturb your roommates, the dorms, then you would be able to go to school and get all of your work done, regardless of whether you have a private studio or not. But if you do have a studio, those are amazing spaces that you would be able to share with 3 of your best friends and people that you work really well with. So they can be all people from your major, they can be all different majors, they can just be, the people that you get along best with and you want to spend all your time with them. And it's a really great little place to develop your own studio practice and kind of create your own community of very small community of artists. For me, it was really good for focus. I get distracted super easily, which is why I went to art school. So having a place where I could sit down and focus on my homework and my art was invaluable. And since we are an urban campus, we also have security at the front desk 24/7, just to mention that in case anyone was worried about it. But, it's a fairly safe area. Don't worry too much about it. But if you ever do feel unsafe walking back to your dorm or to your car, security will be able to walk you there. So don't worry about it. So this next video is kind of going through OTR, Over the Rhine, which is the neighborhood we're located in, just so you can kind of see what the city looks like and you can follow along some of our students.
Forget dorm life. Our housing is urban loft living. Housing options are located just a block or two away from the campus, on streets lined with cafes, unique shops, and the best restaurants in Cincinnati.
So the student housing at the Art Academy is also really awesome. I lived there my freshman year and I loved it, and I was with my roommate all 4 years because it worked out really well for both of us. So instead of a tiny little dorm room that you'd have to share with another person, as you can see, we would have lofts. So you'd have access to a full kitchen, a private bathroom, and on-site laundry. And you'd still have roommates, but it's a lot more like living in an apartment than in a dorm. And these are spaces also where you'd be, really developing an independent lifestyle. You'd be getting your own groceries and making your own food and really just kind of, coming into your own, especially if you're coming straight out of high school. And, we're right in the middle of downtown, so there's lots to do. There's a Kroger right down the street. If you are not familiar with Kroger, it's a grocery store. And it's brand new, so you would be able to get anything you need from there. Just walk it back to your dorm. Trust me, I did it for a whole year. It is possible. And there's, outside of Kroger, there's, galleries all over the place. There's music venues. There's lots of food places. During normal times, you would be able to, hop around and go do all of that. Hopefully by the time some of you come to Cincinnati, it will be back to normal and you will be able to do all that fun stuff, without worrying. But it's a really cool little city, and it's a great community for artists. And so coming up next is going to be talking about a little bit of our professional development. Some of our alumni are going to talk about their experiences post-graduation, and you're also going to see some of the places that either our alumni have gone on to work or our students intern with.
At the Art Academy, it is our mission to prepare you for a substantial and satisfying creative life beyond art and design school. Through internships at top area galleries, museums, and design firms, you'll learn what it takes to connect and collaborate with our city's most celebrated creative innovators. Our Plus B program will provide the professional development support you need to shape a career that fits your vision.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Medina. I graduated in the year of 2015.
Hi, my name is Glormar Garcia. I graduated from the Art Academy in 2014.
My name is Thomas Waxer. I graduated from the Art Academy 2018.
My name is Elise Johnson. I am a 2015 graduate of the Art Academy.
And I'm currently a content creator for Rheingeist Brewery.
So I moved to New York City the summer after graduating from the Art Academy.
And I now co-run the Midwestern Press with Ryan Koslav and Blake Lipper.
I'm currently a MFA student at Parsons in my second year.
I'm doing some freelance curating, such as this show, also doing some freelance archiving.
The idea of the bookstore and the publishing side is all a form of collaboration. Understanding that everything is in collaboration with the thing next to it or thing before it.
And that's what happens when we're here, is like constantly having to engage with each other and ideas.
What I learned at the Art Academy is to kind of think about, if I could make anything, what would that look like? So that's when I started getting interested in performance art, and that's what I'm still doing now.
I'm extremely thankful that I still, to this day, in some way, shape, or form, create work, and to have that feeling waking up where I can go to a workplace and apply what I learned is the best feeling in the world.
Don't be afraid of making the things you want to see a reality.
Yeah.
But just understand that they take a lot of work.
It's just a place to connect and make friends and feel like you have a real community, which is a great space to have.
Don't stop doing what you're meant to do. Just keep on creating And again, like, just don't stop.
So this is our application process. We try to keep it really short and simple and easy. First, of course, is an application. You can do that online through our website or through Common App, and it's completely free to apply, so you don't have to worry about any $50 fees just to get your name in the system. Second is the portfolio. So a portfolio is 8 to 10 pieces of whatever your best work is, things that you're passionate about, things that you're proud of. Whether it's a cohesive theme or if it's all the same medium, it doesn't matter to us. We just want to see what represents you best as an artist. And third are your final transcripts, which we won't get until after you graduate. So currently we're doing self-reported grades. So that means that when you apply, you're going to tell us what your GPA is or what about you think it is. And we'll cross-reference it with the final transcript. So be honest. But it's, you know, like not all artists are test takers. So we're not going to demand your test scores immediately or anything like that. And if you want to send your ACT or SAT scores for additional scholarship opportunities, you're welcome to if you've got like a really stellar score, but we are test optional. So don't worry too much about it if you are like me and you're a visual thinker and terrible at memorizing things for tests. So I've got one more video to play, and it's going to be Jack Worth talking about the portfolio process, just to answer any questions that you might have as you're watching this, and then we can finish it up.
I'm Jack Worth, alumni of the Art Academy of Cincinnati and Associate Director of Admissions. Getting your portfolio reviewed might seem stressful, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to go over some tips that'll help you better assemble your portfolio. 1. School projects and schoolwork is great, but we love to see the work that you've made outside of the classroom. It shows us consistency and that you're dedicated. 2. Experiment. We love risk takers. Unexpected is great and weird is good. 3. What's the concept? Think about the ideas behind your work and be prepared to talk about and unpack those ideas. 4. If you're doing your portfolio review in person, be sure to bring a sketchbook or however it is that you record your ideas. We'd love to see the process and where it all begins. 5, and most importantly, go with your best work, whatever medium that is. Variety is great, but don't force quantity over quality. The Art Academy of Cincinnati requires 8 to 10 works of art in order to complete your portfolio. You can submit your portfolio digitally as part of your online application, come to an open house portfolio review day, or schedule an in-person portfolio review with any of our admissions counselors at any time. Can't wait to see you soon. Peace.
All right. Oops, how do I stop share? There we go. All right, now this is the point where we would usually take any questions. Sam, you are in charge of the chat, so you'll have to tell me if there are any questions.
Currently, there are no extra questions that haven't already been covered by the video.
All right.
So I think you're probably good.
Okay.
Well, since we don't have questions right now, are there any last minute tidbits you'd want to add in for students and people that would watch in the future for, I don't know, your own experience on your time in Cincinnati, things like that, that, you know, maybe a more personal touch that wasn't covered in your information session?
I have a couple things to add. Firstly, that our website is easy to find. It's just artacademy.edu. So if you're looking for us, it's as simple as that. For any additional information or to clarify, if you want to look into this yourself, I recommend checking out the Future Students tab at the top of the page on our website, and it'll give you links to both how to apply, requesting information, requesting a visit, and things like our virtual tour and view book so that you can get general information pretty quickly. You can also find all of our admissions counselors by face and name on the website. So if you want to talk to either one of us personally or anyone else on our team, you can reach out to us via email, call us anytime, and we'd feel free to answer any questions you might have in the future.
In terms of a personal touch, I can say that I had a blast in art school. It was so fun, and I'm so glad that I didn't go to university or something instead to, you know, be forced to take a bunch of math and science classes that I would never use again. So to anyone watching this, I would say that if you're considering art school and you think that you would be best as a working artist, do it, you know, like really follow your dreams. And really that goes for anything that you're interested in. Whether it's music or even if it's science and you want to like go to a school that focuses on science and doesn't make you do any art or anything like that, you know.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's one of those cliche things where it's like, do what you believe in and make sure that you like, but it really is about making sure you spend your time and money in a place that's going to support you in the future. I went to art school knowing I wasn't the most academically inclined student, and it was really helpful for me to be able to focus on learning new techniques and applying those to a job practice and getting used to a studio-based like art practice, being able to spend the time, devote myself to the craft, and not have to worry as much about the academic classes that were going to kind of bog me down. You know, every academic class, like Brevin mentioned, has some kind of visual component to it. So you're not just writing essays. You know, a lot of times you'll have some kind of sketchbook to keep or some kind of project that revolves around creating new things, even in an academic setting. And that can be really freeing to not have that extra worry on your shoulders. But I mean, I don't regret it one bit. It was so much fun and it was so different and exactly what I needed. With our school being as small as it is, it was really nice to have a community of people to rely on and teachers and faculty that actually truly cared about me and my process. By the end of that first year, they know who you are and what you like to make, and it makes it really easy to approach that critical conversation about how you improve or what you do next with your process. And I mean, that's just so beneficial.
Thank you. I know that for anyone that is going to watch this going forward, it will be recorded and it'll be available on inacac.org. And then there are more sessions that will be taking place the remainder of this week and into next week. So please look through the website and make sure that you sign up for future sessions. I do appreciate Brevin and Sam sharing information with us. I have one more slide to show everyone, so you will know to hang on with me until the end of this session and to say a quick thank you. So you will get to see the website here is inacac.org for the virtual college exploration. And when I click the end button, there's a quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate it if you'd stick around and try that out. But I appreciate your time and thank you very much and have a great evening.